What's up, Vibranium Squad? Stand up today. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing why I believe Blue Marvel should be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But if you're new to this channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and post a comment down below. And I will try to answer your comments when I see them. All right, so I wanted to explain to you guys why I believe that Blue Marvel should be the Marvel Cinematic Universe. For starters, Blue Marvel, for all those who don't know, was created by Kevin Grievox, and he was in his own mini series called Adam Legends of the Blue Marvel. And the way how this story goes, the story opens up with the Ant-Man and the Avengers fighting, and during that fight he mentions Blue Marvel, and Avengers can't beat Ant-Man, and they try to figure out who is this Blue Marvel. And Blue Marvel is wildly powerful. He ended up hitting the Sindri one time. He hit Ultimate Hulk one time. He fought King Hyperion. So this is a complete powerhouse. And the thing is I don't know if Marvel is going to put him in there. I really do hope that all signs say that they're gearing towards the Ultimates. Some people think they're going to do A-Force. I don't think they are. I really do believe with the announcement of Miss America that Blue Marvel should be next, but they also can use other powerhouse characters like the Hulk and the rumored Sentry, which I'm not excited for, to take Blue Marvel's place. But he also has intelligence. He has the intelligence of Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, and the strength of like Hulk and Sentry, and that makes him a really dangerous combination. And how they can ease him in, obviously, like I was explaining in the beginning of this, the 1960s, 1950s, and during his movie, they obviously can change some stuff. They probably would change some stuff, like maybe his battle with Ant-Man, maybe his wife, I would say his wife dying, because his wife dying, I think they wouldn't do that. I think the end of the movie would be something like he left the scene for 46 years and then he came back. Because to me, if people are looking for like who's going to be the next Iron Man, I can tell you he definitely could be his own, the next Iron Man. He has like his own Fortress of Solitude, and it's in the underwater base, and it's like a scientific thing, and where he can analyze whatever he needs, so he always goes there. He's also cool with Atu the Watcher. For all those who don't know, the Watcher, or Atu, is a guy that watches the multiverse. So he's someone who watches and records, so he can see all that happens. And that's also a cooler way to introduce someone like Atu the Watcher, is that he can watch the events unfold with Blue Marvel. I also believe that with Blue Marvel smarts, he can let's say, for example, they're going to say we're going to do Secret Invasion as the main cast. Well, I would say with Blue Marvel entering Secret Invasion, you now have a third smart guy to handle that. Not only that, like I said, powerhouse and can fly some Skrulls up into space or something. But all in all, I do think that Marvel should really get into considering Blue Marvel to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I really do. I really hope they do this, because he's so underrated. Like people just don't know who it is. Every time I mention this character, like the Blue Marvel, people be like, who is that? He's such an underrated character. It's ridiculous. Not only that, that's another thing they can do with one of his movies is his love interest in the present can be Monica Rambeau, because it's been implied heavily through at least a few comic book pages that they either have an attraction towards each other or they just like flirting. But that's another excuse to utilize them. Like, come on, Marvel, y'all gotta do something, because Blue Marvel is the hero that we would need and the hero that we want. He's the best of all of us. It's something, he's like a character that we all strive to be. That's Blue Marvel. Like, there's no question that he's a hero. In this day and age where people love anti-heroes and like Batman and stuff. And I don't like Batman, but I'm just saying in general, you like those type or Spider-Man types and stuff. There's always no question on who a hero is. He can be the inspiration. And he did one of the most hardest things when he was asked to step down from being what he truly was, which is a hero. He was asked to step down. Something he didn't want to do, but he did it because he wanted his country and everybody to trust him. So he said, I'll step down. Now, over the years of what he's been through, made him cynical, because this man has been screwed over. When I say this man has been screwed over, like, this character has been screwed over on every turn you could think of. The government didn't want him. They were watching him. Then his wife was a spy. Like, your wife that you've been with for 30-something years, 20 years, something like that, is a government spy, even though she legitimately fell in love with him. It doesn't negate the fact that you was originally there to spy on him, to see if he's a threat to the United States or the world, for that matter. Like I said, the president asked them, what else? They also asked him to save them and then make sure, and then faked his death. Then no one remembers who he is. So people in 1960, which I thought was a little odd, that people who grew up with this character didn't even know who he is. Now, we could summarize that by just saying because of the era it was in, the people didn't want to mention that guy because it was like, he's a black dude. And like every record about this man was wiped. Iron Man, who had at the time was a SHIELD operative and he was the leader of SHIELD, he couldn't even get any type of information on Blue Marvel because it was locked in a vault. Because the simple fact is, that's how much the government feared this man. And on my Instagram, for all those, I'm doing something where I'm just giving people like backstories on villains, like super villains. And one of the things that I do is just show y'all that there's always ways to introduce minor villains that haven't been used. And I think that some of the villains that I have put out for Black Panther and Blue Marvel could be utilized in a movie, maybe with a different backstory. Maybe they could change something and make it more modern. But I do believe that they can really, really do this, because I'm telling you now, if they get a Blue Marvel movie, I'm set. Like, it's complete to me, because like Blue Marvel needs this movie. Like, he needs it. Not only does he need a movie, he also needs a comic book and a TV show. Those things are important. But I think the first step is getting him a movie. And you got to get the right actor that can play him. And you can't get no super old. I mean, I guess you could, but I would prefer someone either in the middle age or a little younger, just because you want to, he's still, even though he's 86 years old, he still looks like a middle-aged man instead of an old man, because he kind of ages slower. So that's what I'm saying. You want to get someone that looks like he looks the part of Blue Marvel. If you get the right, even if it's a new actor, new unknown actor, if he can play the part, then you give it to him, even though you don't, a new actor don't want to just be known as a superhero, because that can hurt your career. Tobey Maguire is the prime example of that. Took on the role of Spider-Man, and no one can see him not outside the Spider-Man costume. But just get the right type of actor and the right type of story. And the right type of story is right fronting Adam, Legends of the Blue Marvel, because his friend Connor Sims was his best friend, father of his children, godfather to his children, and it turned him into an enemy when the event Horizon happened when they were doing Project Pegasus, and for whatever reason it exploded, giving both of them their power. So Connor Sims is antimatter, and Blue Marvel is antimatter reactor, a stable antimatter reactor. And that's why, when Ant-Man was in the physical world, he couldn't stay in the physical world too long. He will always go back to the negative zone. And with a movie, you have the material right there. So I definitely know they can just utilize parts of it. I mean, obviously they probably changed some stuff, probably add some stuff that wasn't in the comic book, which is fine. But at the end of the day, just give us this movie, because that will lead into the Ultimates. If you just give us this Blue Marvel, we all want Blue Marvel. Well, at least I do. I can't speak for the masses. I can't speak for man. I mean, post a comment down below, Vibrant Scar. Would you guys want a Blue Marvel movie? Would you guys go see a Blue Marvel movie if it came out? If they announced it, would you guys give it a chance, or would you complain about diversity? And just let you know, he is a passage somewhat of Superman, but he's not. His origin, everything else is not Superman-like. But Superman is the first with those power sets, so most characters are always going to have some similarity to them, whether they're alien or not. They're always going to have some form of similarities. But I just want y'all to know, just because he has similar powers to Superman does not make him Superman or anything like that. It does not. I want to point that out, because I don't want people to look at this movie, if it ever came out or if ever it was announced, and they say, well, he's just like a black Superman. Nah, bruh. He ain't just like no black Superman. He's a really interesting character that deserves his time, his due time, and not be in limbo. Y'all announcing all these other weird characters that no one really cares about. You announced the Eternals. You announced Guardian of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is about to go on 3 movies now. Ant-Man, I think, is about to have 3 movies. No one asked for either one of those. You got Moon Knight coming out. Who cares about Moon Knight? You know what I mean? So if you got all these type of characters, Miss America, all that, you got these characters, why not introduce Blue Marvel? But knowing Marvel Cinematic Universe, they will much rather introduce the Sentry, which will annoy me, because it's like, why the Sentry? Sentry is not even that interesting. But we'll see. I'm going to end this video, Vibranium Squad, and if you like what I had to say, just hit that like button, like I said, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.